It's the 1st of October and also the day the international skies have reopened in South Africa for certain countries. Quite an exciting morning here at the OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg, as some of the first flights landed this morning after almost 6 months of flights being grounded. That's as the country went into that very strict lockdown in April. Now, as we are in level 1, we're seeing those restrictions being eased. With me is the General Manager of the OR Tambo International Airport. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Tell us, how does it feel this morning? After quite a long time, we're seeing those flights return to the skies and international passengers returning not just for repatriation purposes now, but also business and leisure now.
Hasina, thank you very much for having me. It's a very exciting day and a moment for us. So as early as 6 o'clock this morning, we handled 2 departing flights, one to Madagascar and one to Harare. And immediately thereafter, we received one from Harare, and the main one with more passengers was from Germany, Frankfurt. So having the international borders opened, it's good for our business, because our business really is about facilitation of passengers and aircraft, as well as the retail stores. So it's a good day for us.
We do know that just like when domestic flights opened, that there is new protocols that are being put in place. So explain to those that may be coming, through the airports now, what is it like flying in a post-COVID lockdown, 2020?
So for those that are arriving, they would now need to be in possession of a negative COVID-19 test, which has a validity period of 72 hours. In the event that there is a health challenge when they arrive, because in spite of that, they will still be temperature screened. They will then be forced to be taken to quarantine at their cost. And if they have no challenges, they'll be able to come through. But there's a lot of social distancing that has to be observed. All passenger-facing counters at immigration where they arrive, they are installed with plastic shields to protect staff as well as passengers. All of the high touch points, such as trolleys, handrails, lifts, are sanitized on a regular basis, and in all strategic locations there are sanitizers right across the airport. For a departing passenger, we do encourage that those traveling internationally, they need to allocate 3 hours at the airport, because it will afford them the time to find parking. There have been a lot of changes that we've now implemented. They will also be able to go in areas wherein they need to be subjected to the health and safety measures. We're also encouraging departing passengers to print and complete in the comfort of their home the health declaration forms. We are finding that 30% of the passengers do not. And when they do not, it just adds to the time that it takes for them to be at the airport. But be that as it may, we are fully geared. All of our stakeholders that I have a deep appreciation for, it's all hands on deck, and it really is a great new day for everybody.
As we go into the summer season, do you think that we're going to see that tourism that was quite halted, picking up now? Is there hope left for tourism for this year in South Africa?
Without a doubt, we will. So what we have been working hard at as Airports Company South Africa, together with various stakeholders, particularly the ministries of transport as well as tourism, we have been rebuilding the passenger confidence. And if we're to just reflect on what has happened with domestic travel between June and now, all of the airlines that are servicing that market are experiencing an 85% load factor. We are quite confident that once the recovery will be slow and gradual, the international carriers will also experience that sort of load factor, possibly in the next couple of months. We are fast approaching our festive peak season. It's warmer in South Africa, so the tourists that are coming from countries wherein it's winter, they obviously are looking forward to come to our shores. And the timing of this approval is so perfect because we know that the COVID-19 virus doesn't quite like warm weather. So they are even safer just by virtue of the season that we're in.
Thank you so much. That was the General Manager of the OR Tambo International Airport speaking to us this morning here at the International Terminal, where some of the first international flights landed this morning after 6 months of being grounded. As we heard, all systems are ready, all protocols have been put into place, and quite stringent measures to ensure the safety of passengers as well as crews as people take to the skies once again. That's it from me. Back to you in studio.